All right, we appear to be live. Now, where did I put that piece of shit screwdriver? There it is. Okay. Now, this screwdriver is absolute garbage, but as long as I'm very careful, we can tease the screws out of here without stripping them out. There we go. That wasn't so hard. That one I already moved as a test screw earlier. Okay. The worse your tools are, the better you have to be at using them. There we go. Is that coming out of there? Maybe. It's not stripping or anything. Can't tell if it's quite reaching the screw right. I think I'm on it. Problem is the heads on these stupid screwdriver bit a little bit larger than I would prefer. And it barely fits in the hole. Okay, there we got it. It's definitely moving now. Being real careful here because I don't want to strip these out. This thing is brand new, only a couple days old. Okay. All right, listen here, Mr. Screw. I was definitely on to you earlier. Not stripping. Because you can tell when you're stripping a screw out just from the way it looks, much less. Yeah, you can tell from the way the screw looks whether or not you're stripping it. The head starts looking mangled, and this one's still well defined. I don't know if this bit is quite reaching it is the problem. If I had, well, it's definitely not hopping either. So it's either not engaging the screw head at all, I don't think it's engaging the screw head. Let me see if I can find a. Here. Get some better light on the situation. See if I can see if it's hitting on the shoulder or something. Yeah, that's the problem. It's hitting on the shoulder of the plastic. The screw head's a little too. This one must have to go in farther than this other one over here does. That doesn't make any sense. Because this one came out without too much trouble. This one is misbehaving. Come on. It would help if this handle was a little less trash. The screw handle doesn't grip it very well. So it might just be that the bit is actually turning inside the handle. Okay, let's see. Which way was I turning this damn thing? That way. Okay. Double checking to make sure I wasn't accidentally putting it in tighter, because that would suck. Okay, is it turning at all? No, but it's not stripping out either. Oh, let me see. I might have a... These bits are all trash, too. So I have somebody who's not too pointed. There's also a thinner shank. This one might be suitable. Problem with these screws is they're not... Okay, that seems to engage fairly well. Damn it. Don't think it's stripping out. Yeah, the problem with this screw is this screw head is too small. It's not... It's too pointed, to be clear. Hello, Dread. We're not fixing anything, we're ruining it. Although hopefully it'll work when we're done. I'm installing these things. Probably can't read them on the camera because it's kind of trash. There you maybe can. Fancy replacement modules that are Hall effect sensors. So it should have much smaller dead zones when I'm done with this. Assuming I can get this last long screw out. Which is... Okay, the problem is... All the bits in this pack are too pointed, except this one, which seems to engage pretty much perfectly. This one is too thick, though. So it doesn't want to go down the shaft of these two bottom long screws. So you kind of have to push really hard, and then the plastic engages it. And you got to turn real carefully so you don't strip it out. And you got to hope you actually have a hold the screw head. If you start feeling it try to push upward, you need to stop immediately or you're going to strip the shit out of it. Got the first one out. I think I might be turning the second one. Yeah, it's not jumping and it's turning easier now. Yep, it's coming out. Matter of fact, it came out. Heck yeah. Okay, that was the, I dare say, the hard part. I would be wrong if I said that, though. That is the hard part of the 4 or 8 screws on the back. So the short screws in the middle, nice and easy, just don't strip them and we'll be good. And all will be right in the world. Thankfully, these are all just simple Phillips screws. Unthankfully, I have a shitty screwdriver, so I need to buy a better screwdriver. Come on. This is why I have long nails. There we go. Get a nail underneath that screw head and you can just kind of lift it a little bit and it comes right on out. Yeah, these are the easy screws. Come on. There we go. Okay, and on to the next one. Okay. Come on. Where'd you go? Oh, it's stuck to the end. Okay, so all the screws are out. I have indeed 8 screws right up there. So now, let's see if I can very carefully wedge something, like, for example, a fingernail, into the edge here, and unpick these clips. Yeah. Who needs special picks from iFixit when you have way too long fingernails? That poor thumbnail is going to hate me after this, but you know what? He doesn't get a vote. Also, let's get this mic up here a little bit now that I'm no longer leaning down quite so much. Okay, come on. Oh yeah, we're definitely screwing that thumbnail up big time. Come on, gently. Fall apart. Don't want to force it because this thing is, well, very hard to replace if I screw it up. Let's put it that way. Probably should have brought a body kit for this. I really, if iFixit sold the toolkits for individual repairs without the parts, I would have bought one for this job in a heartbeat. But they don't do that, so I didn't. Which is probably a bad thing in retrospect, but let's see. Do I have anything soft that I can use as a small pry bar? Don't have anything particularly stiff and soft other than a fingernail laying around here, do I? Let me go see what's in the box of electronic parts behind me. Oh. Also, it's hotter than the hinges of hell in here. Let's get this fan going. Oh, I know what I can use. Here we go. How about the fuselage off a Super Tucano? Oh, well. See you later, Dread. Maybe later tonight, hopefully. Okay. This is maybe a little thicker than I need, but it is nice, good, solid quality PLA plastic. Oh yeah. There go some clips. Okay, that side looks like it's open. Gotta be careful here because you don't want to actually break the clips. You just want to pop them. Ah. Who knew 3D printing was going to come in handy for this task? Okay, it is very close to coming apart. I just have this top edge yet. If it was a less valuable and important to me piece of electronics, I'd be tempted to just rip it apart, but yeah, we're not doing that. Not today. Okay. There we go, an open Steam Deck. That was every bit as annoying as I thought it was going to be, but also slightly easier. Okay, so here's the ribbon cables for the modules. There's the modules themselves. Here's the battery. Now, where is the battery cable itself? Because I would like to disconnect that. I should have paid more attention to the disassembly instructions. So actually, where's my mouse? There it is. All right, mouse. Where is your cursor? Mouse cursor. Ah, there it is. Okay, web browser window. Which one should I? Let's use this one. This one doesn't have too many tabs. Doesn't look like. Okay. Steam Deck. Let's go look at the install video for these exact modules. Because that does have the tear apart and rebuild instructions right there. Oh, damn it, I hate this bug so much. I don't know what it is, but for some reason this computer doesn't like to render Chrome tabs. So if you close the tab and then reopen it, it'll work. No, I don't know why it does that either. Okay. Step 1. Turn it off. Duh. Disconnect any cables. Duh. Remove SD card. Well, I don't have an SD card. Okay. They forget to tell you to remove the... They do not tell you to remove the screws on the back. They just tell you to pry it open. If anybody followed these text instructions, that they would probably have issues. They're mostly complete, but they're missing a step, a very important step, namely remove screws. They also don't have a unplugged battery step. Okay, let's get that from elsewhere. Let's look at the iFixit guide for replacing joystick modules. Yes, I know I should have looked that up before I got started, but you know what? Tough. Okay, remove back cover. Yep, screws, unclip it with a fancy little pry thing. I used my fingernail and an old PLA print. Remove the back cover. Uncover hidden shield screw. If you think I'm removing the shield, you are insane. Yeah, they want you to remove the shield so you can unplug the battery. Apparently you can't do that without removing the shield. That's not happening. Because that shield's got a bunch of thermal crap behind it that I don't want to mess with. So you know what? We're going to leave the battery plugged in. Don't do this at home, kids. Come on. Gently, gently. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. I see. There we go. Thank goodness for zero insertion force cables. Okay. That is disconnected. Carefully pry that up with those increasingly useful overly long fingernails. Who needs non-metallic tweezers when you have a pair right there in your hands? Come on, gently. There we go. Okay, now is it 3 screws each? Yes, it is 3 screws each, so I'm not missing any. Okay, so these modules are going to require some surgery before I can install them. Specifically, well, I'll show you when I get the first one out. But it's not just as easy as pulling the modules out, dropping the new modules in, and screwing it in place, which is what it would be if I was replacing them with OEM modules. In other words, ones I bought from iFixit. But the whole point of this is to replace these perfectly good modules with better ones. So this is an upgrade, not really a fix. But anyway, what's happening? What is happening, Kelly, is that I am doing surgery to my perfectly good Steam Deck to hopefully not ruin it. All right, here we go. We have the right module. Now, this little wire, damn it, I put something over the camera so I can't see what's going on. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get this nicely into the camera's view. There we go. This little gray wire right here runs from a sensor pad on top of the stick to a solder pad right there. The camera doesn't appear to like it very much, but you can kind of see it. If I block a little bit of the light, maybe see it a little better. Anyway, so that wire has to be unsoldered and the stick cap pulled off and stuck on the new module, because the new module does not come with stick caps. So I'm actually going to sit this right here on top of that, and I am going to get an anti-static bag that I can set these things on. Oh, where'd I put that box in? There, this looks like an old hard drive bag. Gonna want something to put those sticks in anyway. Well, I guess we can use the box that these came in. All right, now to get the other stick module out. And then we're gonna have to plug the soldering iron in. Okay, these screws are much easier to remove because they're basically exposed. Okay. The screws are all identical. I'm going to separate the 3 screws for each stick module. Don't know why. No real reason to. Okay, this is unplugged, right? Yes, it is. Okay, we'll set that screwdriver aside for later. And carefully lift out the left stick module, which they've helpfully labeled with now. As if you couldn't figure that out yourself. Okay, what's holding up? There we go. We just had to lift it out straighter. Okay, both stick modules are out. The Steam Deck itself can be set over there on the table, and I will be right back. Now, in an increasingly professional display of professionalism, I don't have any flux. So we're just going to have to hope that this all works out just right. Now let me get a closer look at these solder pads. Okay, they put like all the solder in the world on there. It shouldn't be hard to pull them out though. Also, this is where I should have a fancy like silicon pad or something to put here, but yeah. If this was a professional stream, you guys wouldn't know what to do. Oh, let's see. What do we want to unplug? That can be unplugged. That device is done charging. And there we go. It's heating up. Do not touch the hot part. Or burny things may ensue. Okay, I'm going to unsolder both stick caps. And then we will take the new stick caps out and solder those. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Do I have something decent I can set this on that's not going to burn? Leather will do. This is the big difference between watching somebody do it properly on YouTube and watching somebody who actually has no business doing it off YouTube. Come on. Eat that giant solder blob up. Is this tip not making contact properly? There we go. Now it's starting to melt. Come on. This is why you don't use lead-free solder. Oh, okay, not really, but... You can spit at me. Actually, wait a second. Is this piece of shit taped down? It is a little bit, yes. Okay, that's definitely not meant to come off very easily. See if we can scrape some more solder off here. Like conformal coated or something. Okay. See if you can very carefully lift this wire. Trying to lift the tape that's holding the wire down is what I'm trying to do. There we go. I don't know if it's tape or if it's conformal coating. I think it's actually conformal coating of some kind. Okay, wire. Please. Okay, there we go. Let's just kind of do this with 6 different hands. Iron's still hot. Come on, you piece of shit. As I applied heat, it started to move and everything fell apart. Specifically how I was holding it fell apart. Come on. This is why you need more hands. Humans should have been made with at least 4 or 5. There we go. Wire's free. Okay. First wire came off more or less undamaged. Just pull the stick cap right off. And we're going to put the right cap back on the right stick, even though it probably doesn't really matter. And on to the next one. This time I'm going to lift the tape before I start applying heat. Or, oh, it's probably UV resin is probably what it is. It's definitely not tape. Well, let's heat and scrape off as much of that UV resin. I think, well, I'm assuming it's UV resin. That's what you would use for this kind of thing. You would drip it on carefully. And then you would heat it and get it fixed in place with a little bit of UV light. Let's go and wreck it with the hot tip. It appears to like kind of melt and fall apart under heat. Don't want to get the board too hot though, because why? Like, why would you get the board hot when you don't have to? It's not good for the parts. Okay, careful prying with the X-Acto knife later. It looks like most of the conformal coat is letting go. I say conformal coat. It's just UV resin. Stop calling things fancy stuff, Milo. Okay, apply a little bit of tension to the wire, carefully, and not with the sharp part of the X-Acto knife. Boom. There we go. Comes right off. Carefully pull the stick cap free. And that half of the soldering job is done. I do not want for this one to fall on the floor. That would be very annoying to have melted carpet. I probably should turn this off for now. That soldering iron, by the way, is probably one of the best things I've ever bought. Well, okay. If I was going to set the bar that low, there would be a lot of best things I ever bought. But it's a very nice little iron. It's, oh, I don't remember what they're called again. The iron that is clone of. But it's a, made by Pine 64. Who, by the way, are a pretty cool company. Okay. So there's the sticks. This pad's already got pre-applied solder, which I don't know if I totally appreciate. In some ways it'd be nicer if they didn't, because then I could, well, I'd have to tin the pad then, and that'd suck. But anyway. So, this is the left pad. Yes, it is indeed a mirror of the left pad for here, and that is the right, or not pad, module. Okay. So this is the OG left one. We'll just put it right in there. That's the new left one. This is the OG right one. Okay, are these in the wrong? They're probably in the wrong slots. Yeah, they were definitely in the wrong slots. Okay, we'll just put them right back in there for safekeeping. Boom. Now, if those modules ever break, I can put the original ones back in as a temporary measure until I get new modules. Okay, so the question is, how am I going to hold these damn things while I try to very carefully, very, very carefully reapply the wire? This is going to be another four-handed job, isn't it? This is where I wish I could just go grab somebody and say, hey, get your ass down here and help me, can you? But who knows how well that'd work. Okay, let's reheat the iron. I'm going to go grab a little bit of solder. I don't really expect to need this, but just in case, we have a bit of solder on hand, so we can apply a little bit more. It probably wouldn't hurt to put a little on the tip of the iron too. I mean, it's already pretty well tinned, but... Okay, get heating. This thing heats very fast. It's at 200 degrees already, Celsius. Okay. Now this is where I'm probably going to wish I had a really good set of tweezers. Come on. No. Go onto the pad and stay there, damn you. Stop slipping off. Okay, look. Just need to go in place and then stay for long enough. Okay, here, let's get a little bit of this stuff involved. Put it right onto the tip of the iron. Kind of a messy job, but come on. Piece of shit. Well, I'm going to apply a little more solder to that. I don't quite like the way it was coming out. Damn it. If I could screw this up any more than I already am. Okay, please hold. There we go. That looks, from here anyway, a little better. Well, it's definitely on there. Drop the damn module. Make sure that'll be able to move freely. It looks like it can. All right. One down. One to go. Okay. Let's get that turned like this. Module carefully pinned down. I have a feeling this one will go a little. This one will go a little better. I should have shut my mouth. Come on, damn you. Um, it might be a little less screwed up. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of good old leaded solder. And then let's get this wire carefully stuck right in there. See if we can get that puddled up real nice on top of the pad. Don't like how proud it's sitting on the pad. I don't think the pad got hot enough. Look here, damn you. Okay. Take another look at that. It's definitely more settled in, I think. Although I don't quite like the way this over here looks. Okay. That I think is a bit better. Well, that will do one way or the other. Now, please, 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 oh gods of soldering, allow these to function. Because I do not want to have to go through that again anytime soon. Make sure it still doesn't bind or catch. It does not. All right, modules are redone. Clear this desk off a little bit, and I'll go bring the Steam Deck back, and we can put them in. Where can I put this that the stove cooling tip isn't going to burn anything? We'll put it up there. That tip cools down really fast, too. All right, here's the deck. Now, this is the right module. And thereby goes right there in this little hole? Question mark? No, it does not. Because the damn thing's upside down, so the right one's going this side. You idiot. Carefully hold that cable out of the way. Drop this in. Make sure it finds all its locating pins. Okay. Now, carefully get that screw lined up. Stay on the tip of the screw, damn you. And we screw it in. The next screw. Carefully stick it in the hole. Make sure the locating pins are all in through their little holes. Screw it down. This is probably the easiest repair job you can do on a deck, at a guess. And I'm not particularly experienced at actually opening electronics to repair them as opposed to just tear them apart. But I'm cautiously optimistic that this is going okay. These things don't work the first try. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably cry. Okay. Wow. When they say tiny button on the back, they are not kidding. There's no way the camera's going to see this. But on the back of the module, right there, what looks like a blob of solder is a button that needs to be pressed as part of the homing the joysticks. Okay. Very carefully. Very, very carefully. Oops. Insert that. Pull down the bail. Looks like the cable's inserted. All right. That one should be good to go. Now for the next module. Now in theory, if you wanted to install these things but didn't care about the touch sensitivity features, you could possibly install them without doing any soldering. That seems like really kind of dumb to me. I mean, I don't use the touch sensitivity feature of the stick that much, but it is nice. There are some things that they can detect if you have your finger on the thumbstick or not at the moment and change the way the things operate. For example, turn the gyro on or off depending if you're touching the sticks. Hello, Prospero. I am currently fixing the Steam Deck. Yes, indeed. Also, it's harder to look at chat when you're busy looking at your desk. You missed the soldering if you just arrived. And the last of the new modules is going in right now. I'm putting on new thumbstick modules. There's the old ones. That light is kind of, there we go. That's the box the new modules came in. I just put the old ones right in there. Okay. And now we carefully put the last screw in, and we're going to have to turn the deck on at this point. Because the back of the deck needs to be open while we do some stuff with these sticks. So this is going to require care and precision, but can't really hold the deck like you're supposed to. And on it comes. Okay, this one was a little stuck. It's okay now, though. Steam Deck is booting. Come on. There we go. Booted right up. As you can see, I was playing Skyrim before this. Okay, we need to go into settings. That's not good. What can I even touch? Okay, these are really sticky for some reason. Damn it, what did I screw up? Unscrew these very slightly. Okay, that's better. One of those screws must have been a little too tight. They're not. Oh, shit. I forgot to plug this one's cable in. I am a dumbass. Let's shut the deck back off. Okay, I had one of the screws a little too tight, and so this one was binding. This one might be binding a little too. If you loosened up the screws just slightly and then carefully tighten them down again, but not quite so much, hopefully that problem was fixed. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, one of the screws was too tight. That's all. No big deal. The good thing is we haven't bricked our deck. So, yay. Okay. Okay, I need to tighten these screws up until this no longer wiggles. Because wiggling is bad. Okay, that's nice and smooth. These need to be snug, but not like tightened down too tight. Okay, that's better. Now, if we do what we should have done and properly install the cable, hopefully that thumbstick module will now function. At least enough to get me through the menus. I can use the D-pad for the menus, but I would rather... I should move this mic so it picks me up better. I don't know if it's picking up okay. All right, that's in. Like so. Close the bail. And we'll try starting the Steam Deck again, this time with both modules plugged in instead of just one. Yeah, the reason the back has to be off is because part of the calibration process involves clicking little tiny buttons on the back of the modules. Let's see if I can find the calibration instructions here. On there, over here. All right. Here we go. Here we go. No, that's desoldering. Calibrate. Do not install back case before calibration. Turn on, press tiny switch on the board and make the joysticks calibrated. Do not touch joysticks during this process. Okay. There's a little piece of paper over here that says how to calibrate. Let's see if that says... Steam Deck has joysticks calibrated from factory. Calibration values vary from each of it. Well, of course, that's just how sticks work. Turn on the Steam Deck. Press tiny switch on the board of the joystick to get joysticks calibrated. Do not touch during process. Go to the joystick calibration interface. Calibration is well finished. You see the sticks return to center. All right, let's try pressing the little buttons in the back. Apparently, we don't need to be doing anything special. Yeah, okay, that module is firmly in place. Let's see if I can get a fingernail on that damn button. Okay, we can't get a fingernail on that damn button. Do I have some small metallic, or non-metallic, I mean? Ah, there we go. We can use the Super Tucano. There we go. Don't really have any indicator of how long that's going to take. If it takes any time at all. Okay. Controller. All right. Wow, the stick is working. They don't perfectly return to center. No, here. Let's turn the dead zone down a bit. Okay. That's not good. Okay, it thinks it's... Oh wait, that's for the wrong stick. Duh. There we go. The thing is, if I just let go of the stick, the springs aren't quite strong enough to get it perfectly back to the center. But if I actually push, you know, if I actually have my thumb on the stick, it goes right back to the center perfectly. That's not really a big deal, I don't think. Let's turn these dead zones down some, like a lot. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's working fine now. Okay, so the dead zone is significantly smaller than it used to be. I guess that's good. Okay, the left one is 4792. Let's see if I can set that to the same value. Okay. This one definitely is not calibrated properly. It always returns to the same spot. That spot is not the center. Oh, this screw's not tight either. It's way too loose. Okay. Yeah, it's always returning to the right spot, but that spot isn't the center perfectly. There's the damn Takano. There we go. Okay. Um, Let me try something here. Okay. Aha. So that's what that little button does. All right. So we need to very carefully hold the stick. Oh man, this sucks so much. We need to very carefully hold the stick there. It's to the right spot. Yep. And then push the button. And that did exactly the wrong thing. Okay. Um, Still the wrong thing, but closer. Okay, I think that's... No, damn it. Not right. Bumped a button. Okay. Specifically, I bumped one of the triggers. No, stop pressing the triggers, you idiot. There we go. Okay. think I've got it in the right spot now. This is very slightly more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Aha, much better. Okay, that fixed it, I think. Yeah. Okay. So I was able to turn the joystick dead zone down some, which is nice and all, but that's not really the main thing I was after here. I gotta use this stick. Shut down. Okay, so the sticks still work. Now we just need to get back cover back on. Before I do that, though, I'm going to very carefully examine each and every one of these screws individually and make sure they are tight, but not too tight, and that the stick isn't, well, sticky. Get them as tight as I can without the stick binding. Okay, that feels good. Because I don't want the stick moving around because its module isn't fully fixed. Ooh, that one's probably way too loose. Okay. I might put a little tiny bit of lithium grease, just a little tiny bit around the bases of the stick modules. Turn them all the way to the side and just kind of reach in there with a toothpick or something, put a little tiny bit on them. But maybe not. Yeah, that feels pretty smooth. Everybody's tight. Module doesn't wiggle. Okay, we're good. Now I'll put the back cover back on. Okay. Goes on pretty easily. Just go around and snap all the clips back in. Like so. Get all these properly snapped so that that the screws can go in properly. That looks good. Oh, missed one over here. Don't want to reef on it or anything, but just kind of gently press all the way around the edge. Okay, that looks about right. Now, you put the screws back in. And then I'm going to have to play with the webcam to get it positioned back where it's supposed to go. And we'll have to think about a game. Not on the Steam Deck. Not yet. Let's put the short screws in first. The long screws are going to be the pain in the ass fight. We'll do the easy ones first. Make sure everything's solidly fixed into place and everything. Okay. Push. We don't really want to cut any threads if we can avoid it. Okay. Also, these don't take much torque. They just need to be tight. Okay, that appears to be going in. The lighting situation here is pretty bad. I got a lamp and put it here beside me so I could have a little bit more light, but it's still not amazing. These are the short screws, right? Yes, they are. Okay. Come on. In you go. I really don't want to strip these out or anything. That one's nice and solid. One last short screw. Apparently there was a guy who had his Steam Deck shipped to him with none of the long screws in the back put in. Somebody on the assembly line skipped one by accident, probably. And Valve support actually sent him a little baggie with just the screws he was missing in at his request. He didn't want to RMA it, he just wanted the missing screws, so like, okay. They shipped him a little baggie with the screws, which is pretty cool of them. Apparently they didn't want to do that at first, they just wanted to RMA it, because I mean, that'd be way less work for... The only way you're going to get the special screws like that is if somebody goes through a lot of work to pick some out just for you. But they were nice enough to do it for him, so... +1 for Valve, I guess. Okay, this one is going to be an absolute shit show. Okay, the question is that actually well seated, or is it just gripping the plastic on the sides? Where to put my phone? There it is. Don't wake the phone up. Turn on the light. There we go. That looks like it's seated. Valve is, don't open your Steam Deck because it'll never be quite as structurally sound as it was when it wasn't before it was opened. And they're right. You're never going to set the screws quite exactly as good as the factory did. Come on, get in there. But I can at least hope I don't screw it up completely. Where did I set that? There it is. That looks like it's in mostly. And of course you just know that somebody's going to long screw this thing. To be clear, long screwing means like putting a long screw into a short screw hole. And then, oops, bump the mic. And then bad things happen because it tends to go in too far and puncture interesting and exciting things inside. Thankfully, they only have two sizes of screw, which makes that much less likely. I'm going to do one more round in the short screws to make sure they're all in properly. Yep, he's solid. He's solid. Take a good look at the long screws. They look like they're all set. Okay. Oh. Let's turn this thing back on. This time we're being able to hold it properly. And let's have a quick look at, make sure everything still functions now that it's all closed up. And then I can go back into its case, and I need to reset that webcam. Sticks feel good. Verifying installation. Okay. There's the boot. Boom, here we are. It's not like running away or anything like that. So they're returning into the dead zone. Okay. Hold the left trigger. Oops, that's the right trigger. I'm an idiot. Left joystick in a circle. Right joystick in a circle. Press all remaining buttons. That's a lot of buttons. I'm guessing they don't actually include the power button in that. Oh yeah, there's the back buttons as well. I keep forgetting those are a thing. Okay. Oh yeah, that button. Any other buttons you want me to press? Oh, those triggers. And underneath the pads. Press A when left haptics buds. Okay. Test complete. Everything seems okay. Let's look at the stick calibration. Okay, it's returning either very close to center or right to center every time I let go. And I can always get it to go actually back to center if I bump the stick a little bit afterwards. So it's just that the very center of the stick box is kind of a slight dead zone for the springs. They're not quite, in the center, they're not quite powerful enough to overcome each other and pull it perfectly, which is a problem with small stick boxes and not necessarily a problem with the sensors. Okay. I have a decent range of motion. This one's returning to center, actually probably a little tiny bit better than the other one. Not like majorly so, but just a little bit. All right. I'm happy with my changes. Let's go ahead and put that to sleep. Put it back in its case. And what kind of game should I play tonight? We got to clean this up first. I need to throw this screwdriver away and buy an actual good one. Every time I use it for something, I say that, but it hasn't happened yet. It's an absolute piece of shit. I use the extension thing for it because it doesn't hold bits properly anymore. I can go back in that box. There's the calibration instructions for the joystick. These sticks need to be stuck somewhere. This bag can go back into the box over in the shelf. The Super Takano can go back into the box of random 3D prints that I haven't done anything with since I moved. Where should I dump this box? Just over here on the ground for now. Soldering iron, which is cool by now. USB-C cable for the soldering iron. Get that all folded up nicely. There's a temperature resistant cable, otherwise there's nothing special about it. And it is a pretty red color, so that's cool. Okay, I'm going to go put this stuff away real quick, and I'll be right back to straighten that camera back up. Alright, I put the stick modules in the box with a bunch of other electronic parts that I might use for something someday. Okay. that angled properly? Let's switch to a different scene to find out. Let's switch to the BRB screen. Also, let's get this lamp off this desk before I drop it on the ground. I need to unplug it. BRB. There we go. I'm not going to show this lamp on stream because it's absolutely hideous. Well, okay. Yeah. It's like peak 70s technology or something. I'm kind of surprised I actually got that camera back more or less where it's supposed to go. Okay. Now, in theory, I probably should get my desk mat back. But I don't feel like going through all the pain in the butt that'd be to get up here. Interesting is what you call it? I'm not sure I agree with that. It's ugly. Okay, let's get this arm adjusted a little bit. I need to tighten this up, apparently. There we go. Much better. Oh, game. Look at Minecraft real quick. Or not Minecraft, Discord. To look at the Minecraft channel to see if anything is happening. I don't see anything really going on. What time is it? 10 o'clock already. That took longer than I expected it would. Let's just play some Minecraft real quick. Probably go into creative mode and experiment with stuff. So, start multi-MC. Start 1.19. Come on, hurry up. That is very red. Okay, tab back out to OBS, and we'll switch over to change game too, I guess. Okay, change to Minecraft. Little bit of craft after neck surgery. Okay, and then we switch to the Minecraft scene, which isn't picking up the game yet. Now it should be. We'll just confirm here a second. Yep, okay. All right, let's go into creative mode and let's play around a little bit with the floor plan for my arboretum thingy. For a second there, I thought I loaded into not creative mode, but no. This is just one of the things I was working on. Okay. So, the wall for the main room, my underground base, is 11 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So there's the outer corners. Okay, so it's like this. I don't remember how tall it is, but it's not terribly tall, and it's not really going to matter very much because I want 2 discrete entrances to this place. So we'll come in 2 blocks from each side. There's the middle. Okay, we'll go in 1 block from each side and go like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do 3 tall. So this is going to be the arboretum entrance. I'm going to use the same pattern of entryway that I use for the halls. Okay. Let's see. We'll use some path blocks. And we'll use some grass blocks. Oops. Okay, now, I probably should put like a divider here, so that you can't just look over and see the other door. Not entirely sure how I want to do that, though. So for now, the important thing, I think, is going to be get these paths going off to the side. It might be a little steep and sudden. Okay, that looks decent. Put some grass alongside it, see how it's going to look. Okay. So this is going to be a pretty large room. Might actually do like a stone mound with a little bit of grass on top or something here, so that you can, and then kind of taper it off. Let's grab some lapis blocks. To be clear, these blocks are not going to be lapis in the end thing. These are going to represent the pond. So I don't have to deal with water flowing everywhere. I don't want it to be too square. I don't know how big of a pond I want. I don't want it to be small, but I don't want it to be huge either. It does need to go this way to be less off-center. Okay. So we can go one more block this way and it'll be matching the other side. Okay, that looks like maybe a reasonable shape for a pond. I really want to place another block there, but I think that'll make it too symmetrical. I think we'll actually delete one there. That'll make it a little different in some ways. Put a block there, maybe. Okay. Now, around the pond, I want at least 2 blocks of grass. Probably more in spots. Okay, this is starting to get like a pretty huge room. But then, that's kind of what I wanted, so. Go ahead and fill this up. I think I want more than 2 blocks on each side. Yeah, I definitely want probably like 5 blocks on the very side here of space. That's going to definitely require some serious maneuvering with this path. Okay. If you do like this, we can kind of transition from 3 wide, go into a more or less straight diagonal, and then go to a 2 wide path through here. Okay, I'm back here behind the pond. Okay, how wide is the pond total? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks by 9. Okay, 7 by 9's decent, reasonable size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks on this side between the pond and the wall. 5 more blocks between the pond and the path. Then we'll do 7 blocks of grass between that and the outside wall. That's going to be a very large room. And this has to be dug out from here to the surface, which is going to be tall enough that you can easily plant some fairly substantial trees in here. Okay. So this path, for now, is going to mostly run straight. Oops. Get out of there, you. Okay. Just kind of cut it off like that. I think we might do like a bump in here or something maybe. But to see. For now, did I run this on exact diagonal? I think I did. Okay, that's acceptable. Paths are human-made anyway, so they don't necessarily have to look natural in every possible way. Okay, it's 4 blocks, not 3. Like that. Okay, where did I stop? 1 more block. Like that. That looks about right. Okay. This is looking like a pretty decent little layout. Okay. There we go. Okay, the path is looking pretty unnatural, but that's okay. On this side, we have 5 more blocks. We did 7 over there. Okay, that's going to take a lot of space. I want the room to be square. Well, not necessarily square, but centered, at least. Also, this line is throwing me off. There we go. Okay, and I don't necessarily want to use grass throughout. A little bit of sand on at least one side of the pond is probably a good idea. I think I might make over here kind of like a sandy beach sort of thing. Do you have some sandstone in here? There we go. I'm going to use sandstone instead of sand for the same reason that I'm using lapis instead of water. So I'm lazy and don't feel like dealing with the consequences of placing a falling block. That looks pretty good. It does make it look a little bit more... okay, that helps it. Deck surgery? Yeah, I installed Hall Effect stick modules in my Steam Deck earlier. I just started playing Minecraft like less than 20 minutes ago. It took a little longer than I thought it was going to take, but it went off pretty much without a hitch. Okay, so that's more or less how the center is going to look. Just, you know, with actual sand instead of sandstone and with real water instead of lapis. How's it working? Well, it tested fine. I reduced the sizes of my dead zones by a good bit. I left them there, but I might play around with that later. They were... if you just pull the stick all the way to the side and then take your finger off it, they don't return perfectly to center. But if you just like bump the stick a little bit, they do. Or if you have your finger on the stick and return to center, then they do come right back to center perfectly. So that's more of a mechanical spring issue than anything. And honestly, it was a bigger issue with the old sticks than with these. But as far as the accuracy, it seems to be playing around with the test seemed fine. We'll have to see long term, of course. Anyway. So I think I might do... Oh, what else should I do to landscape this area? I hope grass looks good at the bottom of the ocean. Because like here in the desert, grass looks like crap. And I just realized I don't know what kind of color filter it would apply in a deep ocean biome. Well, that's something for future Milo to worry about. Okay, this room is going to take ages to dig out. I did have problems with the sticks binding, but I realized I had tightened one of the screws too much and it was squeezing it a little bit. So I very carefully loosened the screws and then very carefully tightened them back down until they were all snug but not too tight. And then it was nice and free and everything was perfect. So it was definitely required a little bit of fiddling. But yeah. That and the modules don't come with thumb caps, so you have to remove your old thumb caps and put them on. And the Steam Deck thumb caps are soldered to the board. They have a little wire that goes from the top of the thumb cap to the board. So of course, that required a few seconds with the soldering iron, but it wasn't particularly difficult. Alright, so now, I still don't really want this to be... Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, let's grab some stone. This isn't the idea. This is the idea I had earlier. Okay, we can put some stone here. Yeah, cliff, all that fun stuff. No, what the idea was... We'll make this extend a little farther out on that side. Like so. No, the idea here... You put in a little mountain. Oh, I'm not sure how tall. And then... Waterfall! Something like this. A little grass on top of that. Kind of like so. So you come in through here. Walk out past the mountain. You have to ask after you use them for a while, see if you feel like it's worth it. Oh yeah, definitely do that. And I will tell you exactly what I think of them. Whatever that ends up being. Ooh, I'm so tempted to make this kind of like a cave. So on this side, you kind of come out along a mountainside. And on this side, you come out through a Minecraft cave. Yeah, let's do that. That's going to look awesome. Ignore the fact that there's dirt underneath there. Nobody needs to know. We can have the cave walls be pretty thin. Put some torches in here to get the correct cavey ambience. And then kind of have it end right there, maybe? And on top of this, we'll put in some dirt. Like so. Yeah, this will be a little hill. Let's keep laying. Let's just put grass around through here. Oops, not lapis, grass. Okay, I think this is going to be the other part of the cave entrance right here. Like so. Gotta make the artificial mountain extend around this way. Oops. I know, we'll make a grassy hill. Coming up here. Okay. Obviously, the cave floors are stone where they're not path. Okay. Go ahead and fill that in. Then we can go decorate it from inside. I don't want anything hanging out too much over this, but yeah. Like that maybe. Okay, let's try covering over this. See how that looks from inside. No, caves are often flat-topped. But anyway. Put some dirt there. Rock. Then dirt. Like so. Okay. Trying to get a feel for how large of a footprint I want this area to have. Okay. Be like this. Kind of make a grassy hill. Cave sticking up out of the ground. Kind of like that. Try to make it naturally generated as much as possible. You know, look naturally generated. I don't know if I'm any good at pretending I'm a noise generator, but I guess we'll find out here in a minute. On the plus side, any of this that I decide can be static stone doesn't have to be dug out. Okay. Build a hill. Okay. This idea to have a grassy hill, I don't really like that too much. And this makes this look too much like a... Maybe? Okay, the question is, do I want to let this rise straight up into the back wall? Or do I want to have there be a flat top with some stuff like trees growing on it or something? I think might actually have it be mostly flat topped. Let's go ahead and top it off at this height. And see how that looks from the ground. Okay. Get a little bit of stone in here. Have something to place the terrain on top of. Okay. Can't expect players to wander around in here, so the whole thing needs to look good. Oops. Okay. Because you just know players who come in here are going to be like, oh, I can walk up on top of this. And they'll jump up here and poke around up here. So the whole thing needs to be landscaped. Because where people can wander, they will wander. I just had a thought. Somewhere in here, there should be a little tiny trench with a torch, a crafting table, and a, what do I call it? A torch, a crafting table, and a furnace in it. Like some newly spawned person just dug a hole in the ground to survive the night, for their first night or whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill this all up for now. Okay, we're going to need to plant a lot of trees in here. I'm kind of torn. Do I want to scatter a few trees around the center? Or do I want to just put grass there and leave it as kind of an open area around the water feature? Maybe try to build some furniture or something there. I kind of want some trees because I do kind of want to have it so that that there's visual barriers. And you can't just see the whole area from... But then again, doing that is going to be difficult. The cave is a bit of a visual barrier. That's its intended purpose. But I'm not sure how many other visual barriers we can really fit in here. We could do something like... I don't know. We could plant some reeds along the water. That would help break things up a little. Speaking of water, at this point I should probably go ahead and remove that, since I more or less got the shape roughed in. We should take and get some normal stone, I guess. Would you guys please go away? Thank you. Go ahead and put 3 deep stone underneath the... That way I can break some of it out, put in, have some water be 2 deep. Also underneath the, quote, sand, end quote. Okay, here. Difficulty, peaceful. Go away. Okay, this will allow us to put a gravel bottom in here. And make the water more than 1 block deep in the middle. Okay. Like so. Okay. Also, I'm going to want fish in here, of course, because the irony of importing fish to put them under the sea. Okay. It would be kind of cool to dig a cave in underneath this as well, but I think that's a little much, probably. There's not really enough room to do it proper justice. Okay. Sand. Actual sand instead of sandstone. Bucket of water instead of the lapis. Go ahead and delete all the lapis. Then we're actually going to want to delete a whole level of the stone. So we can put gravel underneath it. Okay. I might do a little sand over here instead of gravel, just to kind of really sell the beach. Okay, so sand. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Beach, done. Now, over here underneath the waterfall, should be a good bit deeper than everywhere else. Okay. Let's replace the sand with gravel. In our hot bar, to be clear. I just realized I screwed this up a little bit. We're going to have to... Oh, no, wait. No, it'd be fine. Well, that there back is going to have to be filled in with... Most of this will be fine. Some of it won't be. Okay, these holes are going to have to be filled in with stone. That's not a big deal. Okay. So that is our currently not water filled, but eventually will be pond. Okay. Oh, there's still a little... No? Alright. And there's the waterfall. I've always hated how there's just a single block pouring out for waterfalls, but that's the way the game does it, and I kind of want it to look kind of like it was a naturally generated thing, so we'll leave it alone for now. Okay, the water feature is done. It's a little deeper out there. Bucket of fish. Is salmon the only kind of fish that can... We'll put a couple salmon in our, quote, river, end quote. Okay, we've got fish. Yay! Now, trees. In this case, I think we want... probably just a mix of oak and birch. We'll plant an oak here. And another one there, and another one there. We'll leave a small area of no trees here. We'll plant a birch there-ish. And there. Put an oak back here in the corner. That looks a little better. Okay. Let's get some bone meal. I want the bone meal not because I want the bone meal trees, but to help scatter grass around. This grass is a bit vigorous for my liking. So we'll probably end up pruning some of the grass we place. Okay, one of these corners can be a sort of plain area. Okay. We don't need quite as much double high grass around here. Or quite as many flowers. Oops. No. There. In particular, around the trees, we don't want double high grass. Let's go ahead and bone meal some of these trees. Alright. Please don't grow into be a huge one. Okay. Oh, salmon is trying to smoke the balls. Okay. We'll leave kind of a little meadow area there. We'll plant a birch back in the corner. Don't want too much double high grass. We'll plant a little bit of grass here on the hill. Like so. Beehive would be cool in here as well. Okay. Plant a couple of trees up there. And bone meal those. Okay, that one is a little taller, so that's good. Oh yeah, this is really coming together. It doesn't even have the outside walls placed. Which I should do because, at least for some of it, just to help. The glass is probably going to be almost touching the top of these trees. Let's go ahead and put in the back wall for at least some of this to give me an idea of what it's going to look like. One of the problems is going to be that this place is going to have to be lit up. Because I don't know how much water, not water, how much sunlight is going to filter down through here. So it's going to have torches scattered all over the bottom. I think I'll light it with torches. Yeah, this can be a lot of work to build this. Even in creative, this is a lot of work. We're definitely going to have to work from the top down for lining this. Basically, dig out a few levels, line the walls, dig out a few levels, line the walls, all the way down to the bottom. Okay, let's go see how it looks from over here. Yeah, so this is kind of what it's going to look from inside. Except obviously through that doorway is going to be and there'll be glass over the top. And it'll be darker. There's a rabbit who spawned here. That's interesting. That's something I might want to do actually, is bring set loose a couple of animals in here. A couple of sheep maybe. Let's go ahead and increase the size of the walls over here. So I can get some idea of what the walls will look like when they're a little less hidden by stuff. I mean, yeah, it's going to be walls around it. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. Part of me initially was thinking about running vines over the walls. But I'm not entirely sure if that's actually going to look good. If I coat all of the interior walls with vines. I mean, obviously these are a hideous brownish color because of the desert. I think that looks worse than just having the white walls there. Let's extend the length of these walls some. Okay. Yeah, even if those were nice bright green color, I'm not sure I would really appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and bone meal these trees in the corner. That's another thing. If a tree comes out the wrong size, I'm going to have to cut it down and rebuild it, which is gonna suck. Okay. So yeah, that hill was a good decision. Okay, get some more grass. Leave a little bit of too high grass just because why not? Doesn't need to be all grassed though because, well, it just doesn't. Also, we don't need trees in the whole thing. We could take some jungle leaves. How are the jungle leaves gonna look here? Kind of like crap, actually. Wondering if you could put a few around his bushes. There are some actual... Flowering azalea actually might look better. It kind of looks out of place. There's dead bush. What about a fern? Ferns look too out of place here, I think. You definitely scatter... Ooh, mushrooms. We could put some mushrooms in here underneath the trees. I don't know how much that really adds to it, but it doesn't hurt anything. Maybe a few inside the cave or something. That's kind of cool. A lot of this... Ooh, lily pad. Lily pad. We need to put a couple lily pads in here. Just one. Yeah, a lot of this little tweaking stuff can be done after the main thing's done. I think I'm kind of happy with the basic floor plan. Let's walk through it. Okay, let's walk through this way first. Okay, we might have more trees along there, and then we might not. I do want to leave some areas open. Let's get some sheep. Let's put a couple sheep over here in the corner. That too high grass is a little too... Okay. There we go. The sheep will wander all over the place though, won't they? And go straight into the pond like a bunch of dumbasses. Okay, well I can fix that problem. There we go. Sheep number 1. Sheep number 2. We could fence them in as well. There's nothing that says we can't build a little fence over here in the corner. Okay. Salmon trying to swim upstream. Please don't. And out through here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be very cool. Now, how big is this place? It's 7 blocks here, and 2 blocks there, so 9 blocks. Let's just count them. Specifically, let's count them by using diorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 blocks. Okay. 28. We'll go count the other side as well. I want to be sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27, 28. Yes, 28 blocks. Okay. The reason for the even numbers because this is too wide, I think. Because everything else is an odd number. Alright. And then you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. So it's 28 by 35. I wonder if I should make it 35 by 35. Okay, so that would be 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. Actually, that's a great idea because I just thought about something awesome to do with this extra space back here. Okay, first of all, awesome thing number 1 is it's more space for, you know, putting like a forest in here. But also, and this didn't occur to me until just now, we can put a stream through here. Like a river. With the path going over a bridge. Just kind of dig like a 2 wide or something out this way. Out through here. Kind of curve around like this and go out over here on this side. Let's go ahead and fill this in with grass blocks to start with. This is going to require a lot of grass, by the way. Thankfully, grass will grow, so we can just fill it in with dirt, and then acquire like 1 or 2 grass blocks somehow. Scatter them around. I do have a soak touch pickaxe, so that should be all we need. We can put animal pens down here. Preferably in the distant corners, so I don't have to listen to them all day. Okay. Get all this sort of laid in. All right, now, river. I think I kind of want to run it right out through here. Like so. Now for this, let's do oak fence. That's petrified. I'm not sure what that does. And then oak stairs. Like so. Oak stairs going up. Oak top planks. Little bit of railing. Like that, I guess. I'm not a very good bridge builder. Yeah. And then from here, we want it to snake that way a little bit. Kind of like so. Kind of like that, I guess. Wait, that makes it way too consistent. I want this to be a snaky little creek, not a... Okay, that's better. And then we just plant tall stuff on either side of this to help disguise the fact that it's just flowing into a wall. which will be easier to do because it's snaky slightly. I might want to actually go straight that way a little farther and then sneak it in. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Not too straight, though. So kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. And we'll run it right in there like so. And plant a couple trees right in here. Once again, oaks and birches. Oops. Plant an oak right there. And like a birch there. Another oak over here. Another oak there. Birch there. Bone meal all of those. Please grow really short. Ooh, perfect. Okay. That definitely helps disguise where the river ends. So birch there. Birch there. Oak there. Please, none of these become huge oaks, or I'm going to be sad. You just became a huge oak. You know what? You're probably okay, though. I'll cut this back some. Obviously, the end... Well, obviously the trees in the real one are going to be different from these. If we plant a little bit of grass in underneath these trees, you definitely won't be able to see where the end of the river is unless you're really looking. Yeah, that little hook back there, it very neatly disguises its end. Okay. Now let's go through and place stone underneath so we can actually run water through here. Obviously, we're going to want to put in gravel as well. I wish there was a non-gravity enabled version of gravel that I could use for this, because that would make this job way nicer. Obviously, it's not going to be a problem in the end design. Okay. Doesn't hurt anything to overfill a little bit. Like so. Get some gravel. Fill up the stream bed. Okay. We'll probably have to add more salmon so that they can properly swim around in here, instead of just inhabiting their little pond. Okay. Let's fill this up with water before we get too excited about anything. Yeah, for now. Okay. Make sure there's no flowing water anywhere. Guess that works. Boom. Yay, the fish swim to the sea. How cute. Let's add a couple more fish. I'm not sure how many we're eventually going to need, but it'll probably be a bunch. We'll just kind of scatter them around. Hopefully they scatter themselves somewhat naturally. Put a couple in here. But anyway. Animal pens in this corner. Grab some oak fence. Run it right along here. Obviously there'll be diorite walls across the back here. Okay. Probably put a couple cows and some sheep in here or something. There. Run a path in like that. Okay. Get your sheepy asses in there. Wow, here. Get over here. And you. Get in here as well. There we go. Fence gates. Where are they? Oh, they'd be under redstone. Alright. So there's the animal pen area. Obviously you'd want to plant a little bit of grass in here. Not too much or too dense. Just to have some. Make it look a little less barren. Over here we can put a few more trees maybe. Or maybe leave a little clearing, whatever. But in general, I'm fairly happy with this room. It's definitely going to need some lighting. And that lighting is going to be torches, because that's just how Minecraft works. I wish I could leave some of this unlit, but then we would get monster spawns. And that would be bad. So just kind of scatter torches around, pretending like we're a lazy player trying to light up the area near his base. Okay. That actually works surprisingly well. I think this is what we're going to do. Dig a 35 by 35 hole, line it all the way down, Put an artificial hill on the one side. Put a pond in the sort of, not really middle, but kind of, and then run a water course through back here. This is here so I can hopefully count out distances. Fairly happy with this so far. Yeah, I do want there to be a path, but I don't want it to be like a straight continuation of this edge. Okay. Not entirely sure I like these. That also looks a little too, I don't know. Let's try doing that. It makes the bridge look more substantial, which I don't really like. I don't know how to do a good bridge. It's too fat now. Maybe it would look better with cobblestone walls instead of fence. Let's see, where's the cobblestone wall? Or stone brick wall, maybe. Well, we'll try the cobblestone wall, and we'll see how it looks. Because I think that can attach. No, it doesn't attach. Damn it. And we can't put it on there because that narrows the bridge down unacceptably. We can't do it without walls because that looks even worse. Is there anything that would make it look okay? Wait. Let's try something here. Okay, those go down. But if we had bottom slabs instead of top slabs, like say if we did this, and then we put signs along the edge, okay. Now, is there anything smaller that I can put along the edge that's not like a stair block or a full slab block or anything like that? We're just going to have to put slab blocks in here, I think. And then put signs on them. I think that actually works pretty well. It's much lower profile. Don't know if I like that better than the other one or not, though. Let me try something here. I can't place a sign directly on top of another sign and have it look okay. Because... Oops. Even if I was to put another slab there and then place it, they're not going to meet in the middle. Because the... Carpets aren't going to help. I could maybe lay carpet. I don't know if carpet needs to be supported. Let me try something. Okay, you can't place carpet onto like the edge of that. You could place carpet unsupported out over the water. And I think you could probably even walk on it. Yeah, you can. but you can't place carpet halfway up. You don't have to, you can only do it all the way up. Can you do signs on the side of carpet? No, you can't. So that just makes the whole idea even dumber. I could do, and this is probably a dumb idea. No. The whole problem here is that I don't know how to do the side walls so they look nice. Well, we'll do this for now, and we'll see. I mean, not that's going to stop anybody from just walking off, so that's actually a bad idea. What do we have in the way of wooden blocks? Okay, so here we go. Oak. Slabs. Fence. Fence gate, which is no real help. Trapdoors. Trapdoors might be the thing I'm looking for here. We can do that. And that will give us actual walls. Let me grab a stair block and try something here. Okay. And you... Damn it. There we go. And like that. And then if we put trapdoors, specifically like that, that gets the whole block. I'm not entirely sure I like that effect. But it's better than the stairs, because at least it's attached. Okay, these need to be placed from a certain spot. Okay. Like that, maybe. It kind of works. If they were a half block tall, that'd be better in some ways. But then the, where are columns? Okay, now the real question is, do I want to use oak trapdoor? Is there a different color trapdoor that look better for this? Acacia, maybe? Acacia is a little too obviously. It does look a little more like a railing. Kind of. But it's got that. Actually, if I'm careful about how I did this. Okay. If I place the acacia trapdoors like that. Ooh, that actually looks pretty sharp. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to do with those, but anyway. Okay. And then go ahead, put some stairs there. No. Okay, we need to remove those while we're doing this. Alright. I'm pretty happy with that basic design for a bridge. I still don't like that these are full height, but I don't know if there's any way I'd be able to get around that. Yeah, I really don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to get around that. Okay. The fish are definitely not being cooperative with my desires. Namely, they appear to be all congregating in corners. Oh well. Well, that's the best bridge I can manage to do. I don't know if there's anybody else around who's a better builder who can make a cooler looking bridge in that amount of space, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This rough design. Build this 35 by 35. All right. What time is it? 11:30 already. Oh boy. We'll go a little late. Looks like nobody's online right now. Oh well. So we can start roughing out the entrances anyway. So there's the first one. And here's going to be the second one. That kind of worked out. Okay. So 35 by 35 is going to be huge-mongous. For starters, I think I'm going to run a ladder to the surface. Let's grab a ladder and get going. This is all going to be filled back in with stone again. But no, that was a mistake. Oh well. It's gonna take forever to dig through this now. Okay. You can be dug out. Actually, that was dumb. I should have done the one behind me. Oh well. We're gonna dig up until we hit gravel and water. Okay, I'm an idiot. Sometimes. Oh, that's why I couldn't go up anymore. Okay. And there we are. Let's go ahead and place this gravel somewhere where I'm not gonna have to dig it out immediately, aka right there. And go inside. Okay, so this isn't going to be quite as tall as I thought it might have to be, so that's good. But it's still going to be plenty tall enough to put lots of trees in and stuff. So now what we need to do is dig out the 35 by 35 perimeter on the surface. Which, once again, that's going to involve doors and diorite. Boom. There's the first. We need to go 35 blocks that way. And then half of 35 minus 1 and half of 35 minus 1 that way as well. So half of 34 would be 17. Something like that. Which is going to be a lot of shoveling through the water. Let's go get some doors. And do I still have shovels? I do not appear to have any shovels. Well, I guess that just means I can make some. Where did I put my iron? Iron is around here somewhere. Ores and metals. Okay, I put them with the ore. That's where I put them. We'll make 2 shovels for now, I guess. Okay. Boom. And let's go back up there and dig. Hello, Af. I am preparing to build the arboretum. So I'm not sure if that's okay or not. It's going to be a tremendous amount of work. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it, I need to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, if you're referring to the surgery, that was surgery to my Steam Deck, not me. I just realized what you might be getting at. Okay. And no, I didn't make any misspellings. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm insane. Why am I making this 35 by 35 again? $27, $28, $29, $30, $31, $32, $33, $34, and $35, I think. Oh, everybody seems to be getting sick, making sure people are okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I have not gotten sick in a long, long time, so let's keep it that way. Let's see. Stuff. Let's grab a pickaxe, because there's some stuff that needs to be mined out a little deeper. Put it there for now. Hello. Yes, I can count. After all, that's why you sent me to school, isn't it? I'm gonna have to recount this in a minute. Okay, let's dig these out. This whole area needs to be dug out anyway, so I might as well just dig out the stone that needs to be removed and then count going back, digging out the gravel. Alrighty. The cartel bee farm is in need of more slimes of green. I haven't killed any slimes in a while because I haven't really gone over close to where they spawn. So I have some slime, I'm not sure how much though. But they spawn over near the entrance and I haven't been going to the entrance because I've been working underground. Yeah, you haven't seen my base in a while, have you, Af? I'm gonna give you a quick sneak peek of what the top looks like nowadays. Oh, there's gravel over here we can collect. Okay. So, you ready for the big reveal of what the base looks like from above? There you go. I may have used a little bit of bone meal here and there. What do you mean it actually looks dope? Of course it looks dope. Over here's the farm. It's got actual kelp and stuff growing on top of it. You can look down and see my crops growing underneath. I scattered a little bit of gravel on top. Just kind of dirt that had washed over the top because this is flush with the surface. It's not sticking up like the rest of the buildings. So it has little dirt drifts that have kelp growing out of them, grass and stuff growing. And this just kind of has grass growing on the top. The copper is starting to weather, but it hasn't weathered all the way yet by any stretch. These corners have weathered though. Anyway, I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. Now, the farming area, I'm putting in another area like that, although it'll be much deeper, and it's going to be much larger. It's going to be 35 by 35 instead of like 20 something or whatever. When you were young, dope meant it looked stupid. Well, people were weird back then, weren't they? Okay. So I'm gonna go count the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. Okay, count is correct. So the first dimension is set. Gnarly reminds you of skater dudes that seem high all the time. Yeah. No comment. Okay, now we need to go 35 total across this end, which is going to be, I think I said 17 each way. Something like that. But anyway, this can be dug this far into the ground. And then there's going to be a giant, well, it's going to be an arboretum, I guess. Guess that's one way to call it. This side's going to come out through a little cave, and there'll be a hill in this corner. And this side's just going to come out in a path and go that way. And then the paths will go around a little pond in the middle. There'll be kind of like out of the side of the hill will be a waterfall that falls into said pond. And there'll be a little stream that snakes around and exits out to their side. Or dead ends out the other side, I should say. Actually, I'm going to switch real quick to creative. We can have a quick look at what it looks like there. Okay, this is much browner than it's going to be because it thinks it's a desert. And the walls aren't done here. But this is kind of how the place is going to look. Here's the entrances into my base. Come out through this little cave. Around here. I'm going to put some animals in there, just so I can have a place to have animals. Sheep, couple cows, maybe, something like that. Bridge. Around here, and out through there. There's a little hill, which will be landscaped up top, of course. You're off to Never Never Land. Well, good night. Fish in the pond. They seem to want to gather in clumps, which I don't necessarily appreciate. I wish they'd spread out a little more. But anyway. Yeah. This is going to be so awesome when it's done. There's probably going to be more trees in here than what I've currently planted, but we'll see when we get there. I don't quite know what it's going to look like because it's hard to tell how much light's going to come down through the glass in the top. There definitely will have to be lit up with torches to some degree. But how light it's actually going to be during the day, I don't know. And at night, of course, well, I guess we'll find out when it's built. Also, I was too lazy to build the walls up to the proper height. But I think I actually judged the height of these walls not too terribly far off. I just kind of winged it and said, oh yeah, that looks about as high as it might be. Anyway, back to multiplayer. I want to get at least the dimensions set yet tonight. Okay, so 17 each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, back to the middle. Get all aired up again. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a door on this block. There. Okay, now this direction is going to be a bit annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so it should be 35 between the two. Go ahead and mine that out a little bit. And then I'll go down there and work this way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And there's a drowned. Counting interrupted. We were at 28, was it? This is why you bring swords with you no matter what. Okay. Go away, please. Don't make me shovel you in the face again. Okay, I think I was at 28. I hope I was at 28. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Count comes out properly again. So, every dimension has been double counted. So that just means everything needs to be dug out one block larger. The whole perimeter needs to be dug. Some polished diorite needs to be placed around the outside. And then the whole thing needs to be glassed over, which is going to be a lot of glass. So I should probably go feed glass into my automated, or feed sand into my automated furnace. Let me go down. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sand was put in here. We'll do 4 stacks for now. Can you put sand in one of these? No. Okay, so I have to go through the normal furnace. Things to roast. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these automated furnaces. They're not too amazing or anything, but they're pretty decent. And then we have, of course, fuel generation right here. Which works in theory? Question mark. I don't think I haven't seen it. I have seen it generate lava in there. I'm 99% sure. It just hasn't happened for a little while. Random ticks can be annoying sometimes. In any case, we're getting a good amount of gravel here. What am I doing with my flint? It's going in there, apparently. Let's put the gravel away in the soil chest. I don't know if I'm going to have enough dirt for this. Probably not. 35 by 35 is quite an area. We might have to mine out more dirt. I'm definitely going to have to go get saplings. I've got a few oak. I don't have any. Yeah, I need to go get saplings eventually. I don't know why I'm even worrying about that now, though. It's going to be a long time before that's an actual concern. Let's go fill these buckets. There's some lava I need to get rid of back in here anyway. Okay. Buckets are full. I was once quite proud of this automated setup, but I'm not nearly as proud of it now as I am of the new ones. The new ones are cleaner. They do use a few more resources to build, but I like them a lot better. And they wouldn't fit in that hallway either, I guess. Things to burn. Go ahead and put fuel in there. Yeah. All right. Well, it is almost midnight. So I think I might possibly end stream here. We got the basic outline of things done. Or not the outline, but the dimensions set. I got the design thing for the thing done. And of course, before I even started playing Minecraft, we got the new thumbstick modules installed on the Steam Deck. So I need to go test those for a little while. AKA, I'm probably going to play a little bit of Skyrim on the deck before I actually go to sleep. But, yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's see, that is indeed Saturday, isn't it? Yes, it is. So there will be a much longer stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. It might be a good chance to get that stuff done in Minecraft, because that is going to take a long time and involve a lot of digging. But until then, let's see. Af doesn't appear to be doing anything. Avi is not doing anything. Wasted is playing Arma. You yuck. Incursus is playing Terraria. Let's raid Incursus. He's a pretty cool dude. Okay, let's make sure I spell this right. Yes, that is indeed the right person. Okay. Incursus is playing Terraria. And Terraria is a fun game. I think this is his third stream of it. And his first stream was his first time ever playing. So he's probably got a little ways in and kind of knows what he's doing by now. In any case, I hope you enjoy it over there. And if you don't, at least wave hi before you leave. And I will see you all tomorrow, probably around noon sometime, maybe, Eastern time. Eastern US time. Yeah. Good night. And I will see you all later.